votes have been cast and the future of Haryana will be revealed on October 8th when the ballot boxes are opened. The pollsters have given the verdict and it is good news for the Congress party. If exit polls are to be believed, Haryana has given Haath its saath this time. Every exit poll has backed the Congress party to cross the majority mark of 46 on its own, which is the average number of seats that the Congress is predicted to win is somewhere between 56 to 58. And as for the BJP, its 10-year run in the government is predicted to come to an end. The maximum any pollster has given the BJP is 35 seats, which is still well short of the magic figure. JJP, which was the kingmaker in 2019, no longer holds the significance it had 5 years ago. None of the pollsters predict that Dushyant Chautala and his party will be a figure this time around, winning 3 seats at the best. While the INLD could perform well and grab as many as 6 seats, the others, including Aam Aadmi Party and the Independents, are expected to be wiped out.
Former Haryana Chief Minister Bhupender Singh Hooda is joining us right now to talk about the exit poll numbers which have come. Sir, the exit polls are showing the figures from 58 to 62. How confident are you about these numbers? Are you satisfied?
I have been telling you in the morning also, I told you, Congress is going to form the government with comfortable majority.
So are you satisfied with the numbers? Because earlier the Congress party used to say that we don't believe in exit polls.
Exit poll, I don't know, still I don't know, but I know my poll, my assessment. We are forming the government with comfortable majority.
So the BJP is still saying that these are not the real numbers and they are going to form the government.
Let them say whatever say. But you will see on the 8th, people have decided Congress is going to form the government.
Okay. So according to you, what were the major factors because of which the Congress has got this much number of seats in the exit polls, sir?
Because of non-performance of this government, corruption of this government, and failed in every aspect, and every section of society is annoyed with this government.
One last question, sir. As the BJP is still questioning that who is going to represent the Congress party if they will come to power, because many of these leaders are having aspirations, whether it is Kumari Shailaja or Randeep Singh Surjewala. How do you react to this, sir?
What is the harm in having aspirations? Everybody should have aspirations. Politics is such. But the procedure of Congress, MLA will be given, the MLA would give their opinion and High Command will decide. Okay?
The truth is, as everyone knows, I'm not just talking about the exit polls, but if you feel the pulse of the people on the ground, you will realize what I'm saying. Congress will form a government with a very good, overwhelming majority.
पूरे बहुमत से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार आएगी, 8 तारीख को आएगी, पूर्ण बहुमत के साथ आएगी। हमें पूरा विश्वास है। हरियाणा के लोगों ने जो पिछले 10 वर्षों में कार्यों को देखा है, हर वर्ग के लिए काम हुए हैं। हरियाणा को क्षेत्रवाद से मुक्ति दिलाई है, हरियाणा को परिवारवाद से मुक्ति दिलाई है, हरियाणा से जो भेदभाव होता था उससे मुक्ति दिलाने का काम हमारी सरकार ने 10 वर्षों में किया है। हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि हमने जो हरियाणा को एक नई गति विकास की देने का काम किया है, 8 अक्टूबर को भारतीय जनता पार्टी तीसरी बार बहुत बड़े मैंडेट के साथ आ रही है।
आप कह रहे हैं कि तीसरी बार
ये एग्जिट पोलों की पोल कई बार पहले भी खुल चुकी है। मुझे नहीं समझ आता ऐसा कौन सा टोटल परसेंटेज भी नहीं आई है, एग्जैक्ट परसेंटेज, उसको आने में टाइम लगता है। तो कैसे बता देंगे आप? जो चुनाव से पहले का माहौल के आधार पर मैं कह रहा हूं कि एग्जिट पोल गलत होगा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार बनाएगी।
देखिए, हरियाणा की जनता के लिए बहुत बड़ा खुशी का दिन है। एक तो आज सभी ने बढ़ चढ़कर मतदान में हिस्सा लिया है और जिस बदलाव की तरफ हरियाणा देख रहा था, लोगों ने वो बदलाव किया है। लोगों ने जो 10 साल झेला है उसका ही रिजल्ट है। लोगों ने जितनी तकलीफें, जितना अत्याचार सहा है इन 10 सालों में, वो आज मतदान के रूप में उन्होंने अपना बदला लेने का ठाना था और वो सक्सेस हुआ है, और कांग्रेस पार्टी को मैं धन्यवाद देती हूँ। पूरा हरियाणा धन्यवाद देता है कि उन्होंने इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है। इतनी मेहनत हर एक कार्यकर्ता ने, हर एक पार्टी के जो लोग हैं, जो बहुत सालों से पार्टी के जो एक स्तंभ रहे हैं, सब ने मिलकर बहुत मेहनत की है, इसलिए ये सक्सेस हुआ है।
And my colleague Sabyasachi is joining us on this story. Sabyasachi, if the exit polls are to be believed, the Congress party will be making the government in the state of Haryana on October 8th. But I want to ask you, what do you think has really worked for the Congress party in Haryana?
Well, absolutely. You see, the Congress party, as per the exit polls result are concerned, see the Congress party getting a clear-cut majority in the state of Haryana. Now, the Congress party would continue its impressive performance in the state. See, if you look back at the recently concluded Lok Sabha polls, where the Congress party got 5 seats and the BJP got 5 seats. Now, earlier back in 2019, the BJP got all the 10 Lok Sabha seats. So this time around, looking at the exit poll numbers, the Congress party is definitely going to continue its impressive run. Now, looking back at some of the factors which has worked in favor of the Congress party, the number one being the Dalit as well as the Jat factor. Now, what has worked for the Congress is the Congress party not naming who would be the CM face or who would be the CM candidate for the Congress party. In fact, the Congress party high command did not mention the name of either Bhupinder Singh Hooda or Kumari Shelja or Randeep Surjewala, and that has worked in favor of the Congress party and paved off for them. On the other hand, the Haryana being an agricultural sector, we had seen that how the farmers' agitation, that majorly the farmers from Punjab and Haryana took part in the agitation. Now, these farmers were not happy with BJP. That was very much clear with the kind of action and continuous protest that they were doing against the central government. So the Congress party somewhere have managed to get the support of these section of the voters, because a large section of voters from the state of Haryana comes from the agricultural sector. Now, on the other hand, the Agniveer scheme which was launched by the centre, clearly there was some resentment in ground. Some of the youth were not happy with the Agniveer scheme, and continuously the Congress were attacking the BJP government over its non-performance and how there has been misrule in the last 10 years, and there has been nothing much done for the people of Haryana. What several leaders of the Congress suggested that this time around the people of Haryana wanted a positive government and not a negative government. And also the wrestlers' protests that took place at Jantar Mantar, we had seen that among the wrestlers also the several leaders from the Congress party continue to give their support to the wrestlers when it comes to Vinesh Phogat and all. So these are some of the factors which has not worked well on behalf of the BJP, and also some of the leaders from the BJP time and again have given controversial statement regarding the farmers as well as the farmer bills. So this kind of have added on, and the Congress party time and again have resorted that the Congress party is the only alternative to the BJP in the state of Haryana. Meanwhile, several of the BJP top leaders are still confident that they are going to form the government in the state of Haryana, and though what numbers are shown in the exit polls, when the people mandate will come on 8, it will be a different picture and BJP will form their government in the state of Haryana.
Right. Sabyasachi, thank you for all those details, and it remains to be seen who forms the government. But if the exit polls are to be believed, the Congress party is clearly forming the government in the state of Haryana, but the rest we will be watching on October 8th as to what happens. But now shifting focus to Jammu and Kashmir, where assembly elections were held for the first time in 10 years and the first time since Jammu and Kashmir lost its statehood status, and also Article 370 was abrogated. Exit polls have predicted that National Conference and Congress alliance will be the single largest in the erstwhile state. While some expect them to cross the halfway mark of 46 and form the government, others believe they will emerge as the single largest largest but fall just short of the majority figure. The BJP is predicted to improve on its 2014 tally and end up somewhere between 25 and 30 seats. PDP, the third biggest player in the Union Territory, will be looking at the TV screens with gloom as pollsters predict no more than 9 seats for them, which is a fall from grace for Mehbooba Mufti, whose party emerged as the single largest party in 2014 on her way to becoming the chief minister. With no alliance or single party really on track to cross the magic mark of 46, it is the independents and others who will play the role of kingmakers in Jammu and Kashmir.
बात की जाए जम्मू कश्मीर की तो जो ऑपोजिशन का एक बड़ा मुद्दा था वो आर्टिकल 370 को लेकर था। एनसी ने अपने मैनिफेस्टो में भी उसके बारे में बात की। बार बार उन्होंने कहा कि जिस प्रकार से वो हटाया गया, कश्मीरियों से उनका हक छीना गया, तो कहीं ना कहीं उसको लेकर भी एक बड़ा रेफरेंडम इन चुनाव को माना जा रहा था। सीटें आ रही हैं बीजेपी के एग्जिट पोल के हिसाब से, लेकिन मेजोरिटी मार्क से दूर हैं और एनसी-पीडीपी का गठबंधन भी कहीं ना कहीं टक्कर दे रहा है। तो आर्टिकल 370 के टर्म में कैसे देखते हैं?
ऐसा कि 370 और 35 से वापस लाने की सोच एनसी के दिमाग की उपज है। निश्चित रूप से एनसी का ये षड्यंत्र नहीं चलेगा और जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी को सबसे बड़ा दल और पूर्ण बहुमत वाला दल बनाएगा।
आपने कहा सबसे बड़ा दल बनाएगा, तो कहीं ना कहीं सर उम्मीद है कि सबसे बड़ा दल बन के सरकार किसी प्रकार से बीजेपी जो है वहां बना सकती है।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जनता का पूरा आशीर्वाद मिलने वाला है, मुझे पूरा यकीन है। जितना उत्साहजनक एग्जिट पोल है उससे ज्यादा सीटें भाजपा को मिलेगी।
क्योंकि सर आप राष्ट्रीय महासचिव भी हैं, तो अगर हरियाणा की बात करें, हरियाणा को लेके कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि अगर एग्जिट पोल्स की बात करें, पोल ऑफ पोल्स की बात करें, तो मेजॉरिटी जो है कांग्रेस पार्टी को वहां पे मिलती हुई दिखाई दे रही है।
ऐसा है कि एग्जिट पोल जो भी कहे, जनता जानती है कि अगर कांग्रेस आएगी तो SC ST पर जिस तरह अत्याचार हो रहा था, जिस तरह वो आगजनी की घटनाएं, खर्ची और पर्ची, योग्यता छोड़कर सीटों की नीलामी, नौकरियों की नीलामी, जनता उन्हें नहीं चाहती है। उनका चेहरा देखते ही वो पुरानी यादें सामने आने शुरू हो जाती हैं। इसलिए मेरे को पूरा विश्वास है कि जनता का आशीर्वाद हमारे साथ रहने वाला है।
जम्मू कश्मीर को क्या एक हिंदू सीएम मिल पाएगा सर, क्या लगता है?
जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर पहली बार किसी परिवारवादी, वंशवादी यानी मुफ्ती अब्दुल्ला गांधी नेहरू परिवार की बजाय किसी गरीब माँ का बेटा, जम्मू कश्मीर की एक माँ का बेटा मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा।
ये बढ़त जो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस और कांग्रेस की दिख रही है, ये केवल एग्जिट पोल में जो सही नतीजे आएंगे उसमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी सबसे बड़ी पार्टी उभर करके सामने आएगी। और हमें विश्वास है कि मोर देन 35 सीट्स हम जम्मू प्रोविंस से लेंगे और जो बाकी हैं वो हम कश्मीर से लेंगे। और कश्मीर में भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी पहले से बड़ी बेहतर स्थिति में आएगी। यहाँ पर भी हमारा खाता खुलेगा और लाइक माइंडेड पार्टीज़ के साथ बात हो रही है। जो सरकार बनेगी वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में होगी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी सबसे बड़ा दल बन करके इस सरकार में होगा।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने विधानसभा चुनावों को जिस शानदार अंदाज में लड़ा है और जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता का जो जबरदस्त सपोर्ट भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिली है, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि 8 अक्टूबर को जब जम्मू कश्मीर में वोटों की गिनती होगी तो शानदार जीत के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी जम्मू कश्मीर में सबसे बड़े राजनीतिक दल के तौर पर उभर कर आएगी और जम्मू कश्मीर में कुछ सहयोगी दलों के साथ और कुछ आजाद उम्मीदवारों के समर्थन से जम्मू कश्मीर में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार होगी। पिछले 10 वर्षों में जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब ने जन कल्याण के कार्य किए हैं, जो जम्मू कश्मीर में अमन, शांति और खुशहाली को मजबूत किया है, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जम्मू कश्मीर में प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ जम्मू कश्मीर की अगली सरकार बीजेपी की होगी और जनता के सहयोग से हम ये चुनाव जीतेंगे और बीजेपी की सरकार बनेगी।
Everybody is at liberty to have an exit poll. They know better what was the criteria. So people have voted. Let us wait till 8th. I never have relied on exit polls. Did anybody predict me winning Baramulla parliamentary elections? Nobody. I was in jail. The least I could watch that हमारा तो कोई नाम भी नहीं लेता था. Anyway, people have voted. Let us wait till 8th.
And my colleague Yavar is joining us on this story. Yavar, a very good morning to you. Yavar, if we look at the exit poll numbers and particularly the numbers of the BJP, the abrogation of Article 370 factor hasn't really worked for the party.
Well, good morning to you as well. And in fact, this was the a larger aspect that has been witnessed after the exit poll was out. Now, the National Conference and the Indian National Congress, who are fighting in the allies, has got a major majority, followed by the BJP. The least seats that will be on the track will be the People's Democratic Party. In fact, yesterday we spoke with the party's top leaders. They said that the PDP has started from a scratch, and for them, this matters a lot. By giving these seats, it's a people's mandate. They are satisfied with them. But the BJP has been rigorously campaigning. The Prime Minister was campaigning twice in the Jammu and Kashmir. The Home Minister was campaigning. The Defense Minister was campaigning. So somehow we are witnessing that the hopes with the 45 plus power has not achieved at all, because it seems that the BJP will be confined below 30 seats. But the party leader have to say that the BJP will form the government in the Union Territory with the support of few of the independents as well as their own majority. So interesting to see that what will be the future, verdict of the people on the 8th of October, because already the National Congress have categorically rejected the exit poll from the Omar Abdullah to the Farooq Abdullah. They said that they are not going to take part in the exit poll. Somehow we are witnessing that these developments are taking place, and now all the eyes are on the October 8th, that what will be the scene, what will be the people's mandate at that time.
Right. Yavar, thank you so much for getting us all those details. And now the final verdict will be out on October 8th. It remains to be seen who forms the government in Haryana as well as Jammu and Kashmir. With that, we're now slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back with more stories on the other side. Stay with us.